A very good morning from the first day of the 2018 season here at Thorpe Park. Today you're joined by myself and Charlotte as we come and explore the island for the first time this year. Lots of changes, including, we'll start off here at the main entrance, where these actually used to be the ticket kiosks here. They've now turned them into security search areas, and you can see that just in there. They've got all new roofs on, all being painted up. You've got new signage at the top just there as well, and then all your ticket kiosks are all over there. They've got like a bit of a beach hut style feel, and that's what they started to do last year here at Thorpe Park when they put all the wooden cladding and things at the entrance. Now it is the year of the Walking Dead here at the park as well. There's lots of different events and things coming throughout the year, but most importantly you've got the addition, well the re-theme so to speak, of X, which is the indoor roller coaster. That's not actually open at the moment, that's opening in Easter, so we'll be back up to do another vlog for that later in the year. But like I say, there's so much other change around the park. I'm sure there's a lot of other refurbishments and things. Obviously Slammer, that closed last year, so is it still going to be standing? Are they going to have maybe boarded it all off around there? We're going to find out. All the other paintwork, all the other work around the park. Obviously we know that I'm a Score have completely redone the island soundtrack, so we might hear a bit of new music and things in different areas of the park. That was something they started to bring in last year. Along with all that, plenty of off-ride footage from our favourite rides here at Thorpe Park, including the Swarm, Stealth, Saw the Ride, Nemesis Inferno, Colossus. Hopefully all the coasters are going to be available today, and it looks like we're going to have some flats as well, because I've just seen Samurai testing, which is a good sign. So we'll get inside the island and have a good day here at Thorpe Park. What are you looking forward to most then, Charlotte?
Getting on Saw.
Saw, you love Saw, don't you?
And people are going to be sad because the fishermen...
Yeah, where's your yellow coat gone? What's this?
New for 2018.
There we go, and I'm not actually wearing a coat for the first time this season because it's a bit warmer. Oh wait, I actually forgot it, but to be honest, it is a bit warmer today. We've got highs of about 12 degrees, so yeah, it's going to be a good day here at Thorpe Park. Let's cross the bridge, get into the dome, and start our day here at the park. So the sun's starting to come out here at Thorpe Park, and a really good start to the day actually. We've been let in 20 minutes early, it's only 20 to 10. We've already seen lots of rides going round. The Swarm's just gone round. Obviously over in the background there you got Tidal Wave with the water running. Stealth's been round already. Inferno's just going up the lift hill now. We've already seen Colossus and Saw testing. So it's a good start from Thorpe Park. Obviously it's a Friday today, it's traditionally a quieter day to do the opening, hence why they do it really. It gives the staff and things a bit of a dummy run so to speak, ready for the weekend. But yeah, it looks like we're going to get loads of rides in today, not very busy at all, and a good start so far it seems in terms of ride availability. Here we go then, time for the first ride of the day. We're here on Swarm Island and it's time for the Swarm. The sun is shining. All this theming is fantastic round here though. Remember coming down here in 2012 when the Swarm opened, and I fell in love with this ride, and it's stayed there as my favourite UK coaster for quite a while now. It's a great ride. In terms of my top rides in the country, a lot of people always comment and ask. My favourite coaster in the UK is the Swarm, followed by Nemesis at Alton Towers, and then in third place now, Wickerman, also at Alton Towers. Whoa, don't lose your head. At ease. We've got some great coasters in the UK, and it's all about the experience for me now. And this, with the Swarm, it was like the start of Merlin doing a lot more theming on their coasters. Right, let's go and have a ride. This is a rare sight at Thorpe Park. Hardly anybody here, opening day. That's why it's always worth coming for the start of the season. Swarm was running really well actually towards the back of the train, which we're in on 2 trains. And it looks to me, from how they're dispatching Stealth, that this is on 2 trains as well, which is really good actually. A very good start in terms of operations with Thorpe Park today. Yeah, swarm running nicely, comfortably on 2 trains. Nice towards the back row on that as well. I was never a big fan actually of when they reversed the seats round. I know a lot of people did enjoy Brave It backwards, but it wasn't for me. As far as I'm concerned, that coaster was designed with the back rows to be facing forwards and all the different elements and things on there, the near miss features and stuff. The near misses didn't have anywhere near the same effect. There we are, Stealth, WWTP radio, yeah, we're on 2 trains. It's good. You alright? You having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Nice start to the day actually. Whee! There's a big cloud above Stealth though, hopefully it's not going to rain, because I've not got my coats. Here we go. And now I remember seeing this last week over on social media. They changed the sign for this year, updated it because it was looking a little bit dated before. You can tell they've stuck a new vinyl sticker on. That looks better. It was starting to get really faded. But yeah, I remember coming here for opening day of Stealth back in 2006. Still running well all these years on. It's just nice not to have to queue too much as well. Obviously Stealth is one of those what tends to get a massive queue. Same as Colossus actually. That's normally on 1 train and gets big queues. So hopefully today, fingers crossed, we're not going to have to wait too long for Colossus. Let's go have a ride on Stealth and we'll see when we come off the ride. Spring is here. Oh, look at that view. Oh wow, they've took loads of the trees out.
Wow, look at that. Don't just look at me.
Oh, you'll be able to get some really nice shots now of the swarm, especially when you're waiting in this long queue. Looks great. See you after the ride. Ride then on Stealth. Walk on queue for that one. How was it, Charlotte?
It made me feel a bit sick.
Oh, we were towards the rear of the train though, weren't we, on that one? What are we going on now?
Nemesis Inferno.
Nemesis Inferno. Here we go. It's on a 10-minute queue at the moment as well. Certainly got better over the years. I say that, I'm sure I say this in every vlog that I do from this park. Well, this actually got better over the years. I remember going it when it opened and thinking, oh, it's just a bit too tame. But it's certainly on the helixes and the inversions. It's certainly a lot better than now than it was when it first opened. Done a good job of it. Keeping it maintained well. Do like the soundtrack as well. We always have done. They're saying it's 10 minutes. I can assume this is on 2 trains as well, if they're saying this is a 10-minute queue, which we can hope for. Is it 2 trains?
Oh, I don't.
It looks like it is. It's moving all right. It's saying it's 10 minutes. Whoa, what a beast. Sounds good in the Nemesis Inferno station. And also, it's running on 2 trains. Yes, 2 trains for the win. Yeah, audio sounds good. I'd say this actually got a lot more atmosphere now than the station for Nemesis at Alton Towers. Anyone who's been there already this year will know at Alton Towers they've replaced all the lights with really bright white floodlights, and it looks nowhere near as good, unfortunately. Right, let's go for a ride on Inferno. I tell you what, that coaster keeps getting better every year, especially on the back row when you're going around the vertical loop. Really intense, fantastic coaster. I definitely rate it a lot higher now than I did last year, and then I did when it opened. Every year it just keeps getting better and better. Really enjoyed that, but yeah, fantastic coaster, Nemesis Inferno. I wasn't saying that back when it opened, but now we've got some big news.
We've got some big,
from Charlotte.
News.
What we got?
News 2018 is the Thorpe Park Cornish pasty house.
There we go. You can get some nice Cornish pasties and savoury pastries as well. Let's have a look at the menu, shall we?
Let's go.
Feeling that excitement. What we got?
can have a broccoli, and cauliflower cheese pasty.
£4.50 for those, or you can get a Sean favourite there, a sausage roll, £3.50, a bit more expensive than Greg's, that, not 90p a roll.
Because I want a broccoli and cauliflower cheese pasty.
Hot drinks. To me, this looks like the sort of unit that might only open on peak days, unfortunately, but don't worry, we'll come on a peak day and we'll get you a Cornish
It might
pasty.
be open later, we'll let you know.
You never know. Just making our way round then towards Saw and Colossus, just so we'd have a look at the site from Slammer on the way round. Now the ride was confirmed to never open again here at Thorpe Park, which is a shame because it was my favourite flat ride in the UK. I did really enjoy it. But yeah, it's a shame that it's actually still standing. I thought they might have took it out over winter, so at least it wasn't teasing me and I could still see it there. Obviously there is still Rush, which is another ride manufactured by S&S around the other side of the park. So maybe they're using a few of the parts and things from Slammer on that. I mean, that would make sense really. I mean, you can see the restraints and things there seem to be missing on some of them, and other ones are still in place. So yeah, maybe they're using those over on Rush. But yeah, it's a shame that we lost that. It was a great ride, and it's a shame they haven't made this a bit more permanent really to block it off. But I suppose you still need access to the Walking Dead maze, which is opening throughout this year at selected dates as well. I tell you what, it's getting nice and warm though now. God, I might have to set this fleece off. It's getting nice and hot. Let's have a little look round and see if Colossus is on 2 trains. Somehow I doubt it, but I'll let them off because at least them 3 coasts that we've just done have all been on 2 trains, which is good to see. Yeah, that's what I like to see. The blade at the bottom of the drop on Saw the Ride is now back in action. Pretty sure that wasn't working all of last year, so that's good to see. Charlotte's excited to get back on. It is one of her favourites. You love it, don't you? You love the Gerst.
No, I like the Saws because I really like Saw the film.
What, you like all the Saw like effects and stuff?
No, I just like the film, so it's nice to have one of my favourite films put into a ride.
To be fair, I remember riding it back in 2009 when it opened. Oh, 10-minute queue. Didn't have 10 minutes when it opened. I remember queuing up like 3 hours for it, mainly for the indoor section. The indoor section on it is my favourite. So yeah, hey, Theme Ball live on YouTube. So yeah, it's good to get back on it again. Obviously, see all the effects and things. Hopefully, in terms of the effects inside, they'll be running just as well as they are on the outside. What's that?
Shop's gone.
It's the sign's still on the side.
Oh, it's closed.
Oh no, maybe they're shutting a few things on the off-peak days. To be fair, I wouldn't blame them if they are doing it today. It is very quiet in the park. I'm sure they won't want to lose out on them merch sales.
I need to give people an update on the pasta shop.
Okay.
So, it's not on the map and it's not on the website.
So it really is exclusive. Hopefully it's coming soon. Hopefully we'll get on it at some point. Get in there and get some pasties. Here we go. Bang! Let's go on Saw. Intense roller coasters, but there's a big difference between painful and intense, and for that one it is now just painful, that much so that I probably won't even bother riding it for the rest of the day, even though it's quite quiet here at Thorpe Park. And to be honest, I'm not even that fussed about riding it again this season. I probably will do, but yeah, for me, what has happened to that ride, it used to be great when it opened, but it just shows these Gerstlauer roller coasters, especially the Eurofighters and also Infinity coasters, they don't age very well at all. You get a massive jolt when the train comes over this section just here, and we were just talking about it actually when we were coming off. The mid-course brake run, it used to slow down quite a lot on there, and so you can enjoy the last few drops and inversions on the ride. But now it goes way too fast over there. It doesn't slow it down on the mid-course at all. So yeah, it's a bit of a headbanger, really painful that one. And Charlotte's always liked the Gerstlauers, so let's see what she thought to it.
That was awful.
You're seeing sense now. Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
No, I didn't enjoy that.
This gets me the most though. Here and after the mid-course, it's not enjoyable, is it anymore? But you can see where I'm coming from now, can't you, with these rides? But that's the best thing about us enthusiasts. Everyone enjoys different experiences. It'd be boring if we all liked the same rides. So there's a lot of people out there that probably really do enjoy Saw the Ride, and that's great. But for me, I prefer Colossus, and I know there's a lot of people that don't enjoy Colossus, and they think that that's a bit rough. But for me, it was the world's first 10 looping coaster when it opened. I know they're not all loops, but they technically branded it as that when it opened back in 2002. So we'll make our way over there and have a ride on Colossus. Looks like this might be running one train though, as per usual with Colossus. I think we'll save Colossus until later on in the day and maybe join the queue at ride close. Obviously with it being opening day and it is a weekday today, you know, the park is only open until 4 o'clock, so I don't want to waste 90 minutes queuing for Colossus. But luckily the other rides are quite quiet. But obviously it's running on one train. Not too sure why they always seem to run Colossus on the one train. It's been a theme for quite a while now. Certainly not worth 90 minutes. If it was maybe 30 minutes or less, then yeah, I'd give it a go. But 90 minutes is a little bit too much for Colossus. But we'll have a little walk round, do some of the flats and some of the other rides. It's nearly lunchtime as well, so get my lunchbox out. You got a lunchbox on you as well. We've both got the lunchbox, which is great. Saving that money, of course. And we'll have a little look actually at the front of the Walking Dead The Ride, which, as I mentioned at the start of the vlog, that's going to be opening over Easter, and that's a re-theme of X, which was the roller coaster in the dark that used to be backwards, but now it's forward. So I'll have a little look. I think they've got like the watchtower from The Walking Dead that's out the front, and I think the actual entrance to the queue line's in now as well. So we'll head around there and have a look at what new theming we've got. Again, around this area of the park, loads of trees have been removed and cut down. It means it looks a lot more, well, it looks a lot cleaner, a lot nicer in my opinion. However, it does show up the fact that the track for Colossus does need repainting. I'd love to see this with a fresh coat of paint so it looked just like it did back on opening day. And because it's a really nice ride in terms of how it looks in the area. All the bridges are all nicely themed, all the tunnels. And obviously the soundtrack doesn't sound that loud around here either, so that would be another improvement. A complete new speaker system would be great, especially since they remastered the track for it. As in I'm a Score, who do a lot of the park music. But yeah, look at this now, it looks a lot cleaner. Yeah, look at that queue. So it starts down there in the station, it's obviously all the way back up and down here, then runs all the way down the back there as well. It's probably out on this side down here as well. Bit too big of a queue, that for Colossus for my liking. That's quite funny actually, what I was just talking about up there, it seems like they've done a bit of paint work here on the supports for the Cobra roll, and it looks like these have actually been redone over the winter period. I mean, the footings there, it's all like new concrete down the bottom, and you can see, like I say, just here how it's basically ripping up some of the footpaths, so it's obviously needs doing. I know it's not the smoothest of coasters out there, but how amazing would it look if they completely repainted all of it? I mean, you're not a big fan of it, are you really, Charlotte? No. Not a big fan of Colossus, but what are you doing? Are you giving it a cuddle? Oh, Colossus, giving the love, even though you're not a big fan of it, giving the love to Colossus. But yeah, hopefully that's a sign that we might get a full repaint on this ride, maybe next winter. Here we go then, so here's a little look at what will soon be the entrance to and queue line for The Walking Dead The Ride. So here we go, you can actually see quite a lot of work's been done to the exterior, including this big watchtower just here. I mean, I've never actually watched The Walking Dead, but I assume that's from inside. I mean, it looks great, that does. You can obviously see how there's going to be, does that say bag store on the side there? Maybe, I think it does. And then obviously you've got the big watchtower there, which has got registration, the safe zone holding bay, it says on the side. You've got all that, the Thorpe Park safe zone branded on the side of the building there. And you've got this big fence which runs around it as well. This whole area of the park, including Darren Brown's Ghost Train, is now actually classed as the dockyard. So this whole area has sort of all been brought together, which is quite nice really. I mean, it'd be nice to see a bit more theming around this area, especially around Storm Surge. One thing that's always annoyed me with Storm Surge, ever since it opened, it's never had a topper. You can't see it from this angle, but at the top of the lift hill, it feels like it needs a little bit of a roof on there or something. It does concern me a bit how much this leaks though. They could have at least put a bit of water underneath it. Now it's a dockyard. It'd be nice if they put like a little lake or something underneath it. But yeah, this looks great. So it's opening at Easter, so not long to go until this ride's open. Here we are, get your paintbrush out, we can help them finish it off here. You've already got audio playing over there as well, which is interesting. Let's have a little zoom in. That actually looks really good. They'll have to come back and do that at some point. They're working all the queue line at the moment, and you got like some gates and stuff there. That's obviously going to be the entrance to the queue line. That's the back of the sign. It looks like, to be honest, if we go round by Darren Brown's Ghost Train, we'll be able to get a really nice shot of that entrance sign. So we'll go around and have a look from that angle. Oh wow, so here we go. That's the entrance sign for the queue line for the Walking Dead the ride. It looks good, that does. It's quite hard to see the ride lettering underneath, obviously because the Walking Dead is in white letters on quite a dark backdrop. It's quite hard to see the ride, but it is on there. It looks quite good, that does, really. I wouldn't say it's anything world class, that entrance, but it looks nice for what it does, doesn't it? Still find it interesting how that entrance is opposite all this style theming though around here. Maybe they'll paint this up or do a few other changes with it now being known as the Dockyard and the Thorpe Park Safe Zone. Yeah, I look forward to coming back and riding it at some point in a few weeks' time. Not too sure exactly when it's going to be opening, but I look forward to coming back when it does.
I must say, the new music by Score sounds absolutely fantastic around the park. The speaker inside this bush just here next to Rush, oh, it sounds good, that does. Just had a ride then on Storm Surge.
Running less boats than normal. It seems like the staff are having to tip the water out as it comes back to the station. So it's taking a little bit longer than it normally would do. We only waited about 15 minutes for it, so not too bad. We normally got a couple of boats at least going up that lift at the same time, and they're only sending one at the moment. Yeah, audio sounds great. Oh, it's my favourite push on park now. Listen to that. It's added so much atmosphere to the park. Let's get on some more rides. What are you doing? Whoa, no. What are you doing, Charlotte? Oh, what the hell? There we go. And that's how you do the self-freezing there. The Coke freestyle. Depth charge! Bit of a rare one in Theme Park Worldwide Vlogs, don't go on it very often.
Because I'm here.
Charlotte wants to go on it, she demands that we ride depth charge. It's getting a bit windy though now up here. Yeah, great view of the park though. Had a really good ride just on Vortex, that was running on a really good cycle actually. You can tell it's the first day of the season, just come out of having lots of maintenance done over winter. God, it is windy. So yeah, that was running really good. Had a re-ride on Stealth, that was a walk on queue, managed to have a back row. And yeah, we're going depth charge. Having a good time so far, just gone 1 o'clock. So yeah, there you go, there's the hotel over there, the Thorpe Park Hotel. I really hope one day they build an actual proper hotel just over there. It'd be amazing, and especially if they had like a boat what would take you over here onto the island. Wouldn't it be great? There's Charlotte with a beautiful view behind you of all the coasters. It's an impressive park though, isn't it? You look at like the viewpoints like this. It is stunning. The beach is all done around there, ready as well to go. Looks great. Obviously the coasters all the way around the park. And a lot of tree clearing going on, which makes me think, are we going to maybe see a new coaster what stretches behind the back of the park? There's a lot of speculation going around at the moment, and it's certainly something I'd love to see, maybe a B&M hypercoaster or a Mack hypercoaster. Who knows? Or it might be nothing like that. We'll soon find out though, with the 2020 project here at Thorpe Park. This is the Ghost Train reimagined. This is my Ghost Train. As usual then, Darren Brown's Ghost Train is #unavailable. What a surprise, it looks like it's been closed all morning so far. We've just been in the gift shop and Charlotte's noticed something in terms of the price labels.
No prices on anything.
No prices, that's a
How are you
shame.
supposed to buy something? It's not got a price on it.
Yeah, like they normally have them on the individual labels. There's a few things that have got like a board next to it saying the price on, but yeah, in terms of the shop in there, hey, the bottle of wine. So yeah, in terms of the Ghost Train, it's closed at the moment, which is a shame. Rise of the Demon, which is obviously the second phase of Darren Brown's Ghost Train for last season. Still looks like it's having quite a few issues with reliability, but hopefully we'll get back on it later on. There's lots of staff about, the photo staff are in the shop. It does say the Ghost Train come back later, just up there on the board as well, so hopefully we'll get on it later. I mean, you don't wear the headset anyway, do you?
I don't like it.
It's worked for Charlotte.
It's too scary. I sit there and I'm like, ah! I put the headset on.
What are you like again for me?
I don't like it. But it's done the job because I'm not scared of it, so.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, it's done its job. Darren's work has paid off because Charlotte's scared of it. But I do quite enjoy it. I think it's a little bit overrated, but it's a clever attraction, and it's just a shame that it has a lot of downtime, really. But hopefully we'll get on later on, and we'll come back. Yeah, definitely. Come back and have another go later. Okay, so it's time to go on Thorpe Park's interactive attraction, I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, which returns between these dates just here, the 23rd of March to the 15th of April, the 25th of May to the 3rd of June, and the 21st of July through to the 3rd of September. It says it's on 35 minutes, but it doesn't look too bad out there, but we'll give it a go. Charlotte really likes this one. I like how you got the bit of a remastered soundtrack out the front here as well. But oh yeah, that sounds great. Like the island theme, what I'm a Score have done, mixed in with the jungle, I'm a Celeb. Yeah, it sounds great. Ready for your bush trucker trial?
I'm ready.
Oh, this sounds great. I'm loving the music, it really adds so much to the park. Obviously, like most of the attractions here, unfortunately, cameras aren't allowed. I can't take you guys along for the journey, but oh my God, that's so loud. But we'll see you afterwards. Just come out of I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, which is about a 15-minute interactive experience here at Thorpe Park, which is actually quite enjoyable. I mean, I used to enjoy it a lot more when it first opened. I think now it's been here a few years, it's starting to get a bit dated in my opinion. But yeah, it lasts about 15 minutes. You go through all the different bush trucker trials, Celebrity Cyclone, you got one where you put your hand in to get the stars and things. It's not a bad little attraction, is it really?
It's okay.
Yeah, like, I'm glad we've done it, but I feel like I've done it enough times now. I've probably done it 5 or 6 times.
It's a nice little attraction to do.
Yeah, it is. We did it for Charlotte, and you get the what at the end?
Get the slide.
The slide crowd. Darren Brown's Ghost Train is open. They're advertising it as a 50-minute wait, which isn't too bad. Rise of the Demon. We'll have a little look.
Subscribe.
Yeah, I'm glad you like it. Theme Park Worldwide. Glad you like the videos. So yes, Darren Brown's Ghost Train is open. It's no longer hashtag unavailable. Let's see if it actually is going to be a 50-minute wait, or if it's going to be longer or less. We'll soon find out. But I do want to do it to see if there's any changes. I've heard rumours about a few operational changes for this season, so I just want to go in there myself and actually see it and see if they have done any changes to it. It's not Charlotte's favourite attraction though. I doubt she'll have the headset on, but we're going in. You're still going to come in for it with me, right? Aren't you? Yeah, you're still going to have a go. Let's go. Whose Ghost Train is it? Mine. No, it's not yours. It's mine. It's mine. My Ghost Train. The Ghost Train reimagined. Let's go and have a look. So he was in the queue for Darren Brown's Ghost Train, but now it's back to hashtag unavailable. Of course, it's got to be. It's the Ghost Train. It's not allowed to operate fully for a full day, this one, is it? Fully for a full day. God, that was a mouthful, wasn't it? That's a shame. Well, let's have a quick look in the gift shop anyway. Let's just go and see what stuff we got going on in here, merchandise-wise. Obviously, this shop was extended last year. The door used to be there, but they extended it when they did Rise of the Demon last year. Here we go. I do like the shop in here. Seems to be lacking a bit of atmosphere because no one's coming off the ride, but I still really like it. I mean, this and Wicker Man shop are fantastic, aren't they?
Yeah, really good.
Like you look at the shop for Wicker Man, and I'd say that's now my favourite shop at Merlin Parks. That's something Merlin have always done really well, merchandise. There's a few new bits about. Like your hoodies and t-shirts and things. Obviously, it's very interactive with the screen here. And this is very clever. A lot of people might not realise if you don't come very often, this actually spins round. But if you get too close, it won't activate it. You've got like these sensors that are built into the side. There goes train. There we are. If you fancy the levitating train, they're still available. It's £50.
For just £50.
£50. I haven't got one of those. Obviously, you've got the little model of him in there as well. Oh, did I miss it spinning around? There you go. You've seen the difference of it now, though. There you go. It's clever. If you get too close, you see, it's got these sensors, look, to stop you getting trapped in it. But I remember when this shop opened a few years back, everything in here had to be themed to the ride. It's a shame that they've put these in, really. It kind of doesn't fit in with the whole Dan Brown feel. I mean, you've created this really nice themed shop and then just stuck a fridge in there with Coke on. It would be nice if everything followed that same theme still. Same with this monster machine just over here. But it still looks great. It's still a really nice gift shop. I just like keeping everything on brand. Like if it was me, I'd just have everything. So it looks good. I suppose there is Darren Brown's Ghost Train on the side of the Millions there. I'll let him off for that one. Well, there we go. Hashtag unavailable yet again. So we've just been on the Rumba Rapids here at Thorpe Park, and I must say it's a bit of a bland ride now, really. It could do with a bit of new theming around. I mean, they've chopped a lot of trees down around the site. I think that is so the operators and staff that are positioned there around the ride can see people on it to make sure they're not standing up. Obviously, there was an awful incident last year at Drayton Manor on their rapids, so a lot of parks have took precautions to keep riders safe, which is, of course, great, but the fact that a lot of the trees and stuff have gone, it'd be nice if they added some more theming and stuff around that incorporated more CCTV and things, so the operator could see people around the ride. But yeah, I really think that's now probably one of the most boring ride experiences in the UK, really. It'd be nice to see some theming and stuff, wouldn't it, really?
A lot wetter than you used to on it, though.
Yeah, you do get quite a little bit moist on there, don't you?
Moist.
Especially in the tunnel, you got a little bit there, didn't you, on the side? That's it. But yeah, it'd just be nice, wouldn't it? Bit of a refresh, bit of theming around. I understand that safety is paramount, and of course it should stay that way. But it'd be nice to incorporate some new rocks and just little things around the ride to enhance the experience even more. But obviously you've got the operator. There was two operators in the cabin, and then you've got a member of staff who stands just over here as well. So someone stands just there. And then there's also someone that stands on the end of the ride as well, just on the lift hill, where the boats obviously return up into the turntable. But yeah, Charlotte's going to get a bit of food, aren't you now?
I'm going to get a snack.
What are you having then? What do you fancy?
I'm fancying a piece of chicken.
Piece of chicken. Obviously this is like the only Merlin Park left that's still got brands, really. Obviously you've still got Burger King just here, you got KFC as well. So
There's a McDonald's.
A McDonald's. Well, there used to be McDonald's at the Merlin Parks. I remember Alton Towers, there used to be 3 McDonald's back in the day. But they're having a good day here at Thorpe Park. A couple of hours left to go. Hopefully got on a few more rides. But yeah, I've really enjoyed it. It's been well worth coming down for the opening day today. The park does look great. Operations have been good. There's been a bit of downtime here and there. A couple of ride closures. Quantum's closed. Rush, I'm not too sure if that's opened yet. But in general, it's been a really good day and it's been worth coming down here. Obviously, you've got to make it justifiable, really, especially when it's only open from 10 AM until 4. You need to make sure you're getting on as many rides as you can do, especially when you come in from the Midlands like we are. It's nearly a 3-hour drive. So you've got to make the most of it, really. But yeah, we've done well today, really enjoyed it, and obviously tomorrow we'll be at Chessington World of Adventures. I was there for the annual pass preview day last week, but Charlotte's not yet been this season.
I'll be bringing you goat footage.
Goat watch.
Goat.
Yes, we're going to go and see the goats because Charlotte loves the zoo. To be honest, I never go in the zoo at Chessington unless I go with Charlotte because she loves her animals.
You have to go in the zoo.
Got to go in the zoo. So anyway, she's going to get a KFC and then get a couple more rides here at Thorpe Park. So instead of getting some chicken, Charlotte's decided to get some mozzarella sticks from Burger King.
Oh.
How many you got?
5.
5, and how many is there left? Oh, that's all right then. I thought you'd soon woofed them down.
No.
How much were they then for 5 mozzarella sticks?
$2.59.
$2.59 from Burger King, not too bad. I just thought we'd have a little look round Old Town, obviously home to the Rocky Express. And you got the 2 flat rides that went in here last year. They were relocated from elsewhere and brought to the park. You got Lumber Jump, which is just there, and the Timber Tugboat, a Zamperla rocking tug. For me, this is the saddest area really of Thorpe Park. when I was a kid, the atmosphere was amazing. You had the Canada Creek Railway, you used to be able to get that all the way up to Thorpe Farm, and then you used to be able to get the boat back from Thorpe Farm. And it dropped you off. West Eltham now, there used to be like an area with all models of like the Eiffel Tower and stuff. It was great, it really was, like a model world. And then obviously the train route was changed when the farm closed, so the train literally just did a lap round here, but it still had a bit of life. And then now, the train's completely closed, because obviously that's the location for a couple of the Fright Nights attractions. And obviously Loggers Leap, which is still sat here doing nothing really. I mean, it's over the fence just there, we can just make it out. But it's a shame, but I'd like to know, what would you like to see for Old Town here at Thorpe Park? And also, most importantly, Loggers Leap. Where would you like to see them go? Obviously, I thought Merlin were trying to... oh, you look like enjoying those. I thought Merlin were trying to sort of do away with log flumes, because obviously they got rid of the flume at Towers, this closed, and then obviously at Legoland they've kept there. That's the only one that's not changed. And then at Chessington, you got Dragon Falls, which has been changed. So, hey, Rocket Express. So I thought Merlin were trying to get rid of log flumes, but you never know. Chessington's is having a re-theme for this year, and it's opening in May as Tiger Rock. So maybe something can happen to this going forward. Comment below, what would you like to see happen to the former site of Loggers Leap? It was a great flume ride as well. Let's go too far as to say it was my favourite log flume in the UK, with that double drop at the end. And yeah, it's just sat there now. It's a shame, really. It really is. There we go. It was definitely worth waiting until a little bit later on for Colossus. It's advertised a 20-minute queue now for what was once the world's first 10 looping roller coaster. Woo! Got a little woo then from Charlotte. Wasn't worth waiting 90 minutes earlier for it, so I'm glad we've come back now and have a go. Might be a little bit longer than 20 minutes looking at it, but shouldn't be too bad. It is only running one train, but I'll let them off. Everything else has been running 2 trains, which is really good. So I'm quite impressed with operations today. You got Soar Alive over there, hey up! You got Soar Alive just over there. That's going to be opening again in the summer, so it'll be worth coming back for that. And also The Walking Dead Living Nightmare, which was one of the new attractions for Fright Nights last year. That's going to be opening during peak times as well, as part of the Year of the Walking Dead. So lots of live interactive stuff to come this year at Thorpe Park. We'll see you after Colossus in the sunshine. What are you doing? Oh, I'm gonna dance. The music's great. It is a long queue line, but let's appreciate the coaster. Oh yes. So finally, it became available, and we've just come off Darren Brown's Ghost Train. Now, a bit of a spoiler warning for you, there were some changes in there, so if you don't want to know the surprises and want to keep them spoilers away, then skip the video about 60 to 80 seconds from now, to be precise. So yes, the changes to the Ghost Train, well, firstly, it did nearly become hashtag unavailable, didn't it? We were on it for about half an hour in total, we were stopped for about 15 minutes, and obviously it's about a 15-minute ride experience. So yes, changes. Nothing changed all the way throughout the first section. Still looks really impressive with the suspended train carriage, and the VR's the same in the first section. But now that live scene has not really got much of a rush about it anymore. Obviously, before you used to come off the train, round to the room in the right-hand side, you'd be asked to cover your mouth because of all the gases and stuff that are leaking. Obviously, you'd have that rush, and then you'd be straight back on the train. And initially, when the ride opened, there was like more special effects in there, and a train actually came out of a tunnel towards you. Now on that tunnel just there, instead of the train coming towards you, it's actually still parked up at the back. To be honest, I think they've broke that special effect because it wasn't working a lot last year, which is a shame. So now that's parked at the back, and there's a huge wall down the middle of the room which basically splits the room into 2. So you walk around it now and you go down, and then it's like a bit of a scare maze, isn't it?
Yeah.
Best way to describe it. There's a few strobes and stuff going off, isn't there? And it's like all like a wall that you walk around, really, like an out and back. And then you're all put into the corner, like something's going to happen. There's a new projection on the wall, and then it's back onto the train. To be honest, I preferred it how it was originally. I think it looked great back at when it first opened. And then last year, I'd say comparing last year and this year, I'd say it's better this year than last year, mainly because of that broken train effect. But really, instead of putting that walkway in down the tunnel, they really should have focused on getting that train working again. In my opinion, that live scene was the best part of the ride. Now, it doesn't really feel that live at all. There's no actors in there, so to speak. It's just the ride staff doing their job, and it's like an overdubbed announcement in there now. Instead of the actual staff being in there going, yeah, quickly, get back on the train. It's all like an announcement instead. But I still enjoy it. It's still a good ride, but it's one of those that I would only rate it as a good ride when it all works properly. It's quite unreliable in terms of effects. It's been down 3 times today. But yeah, that's Darren Brown's Ghost Train. There we go, spoiler warning over. But I'd like to know your thoughts, so comment below what you think of the changes. And of course, yeah, that's it for Darren Brown, nearly at the end of our day at Thorpe Park.
I've got a spoiler warning now too.
Go on.
So, if you don't want to listen, go about 30 seconds. That end bit in the shop, last time we went in, I thought it was an animatronic, and it's not.
It's real.
It's a person, and they was there like, it was horrible.
You get 3 good jump scares there.
Yeah,
Obviously the fake shop remains, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's still probably my favourite part of it now. But yeah, time for that's definitely it for the spoiler warnings now. There we go, time for our last ride of the day. Come for another ride then, on the Swarm. What is my favourite roller coaster in the UK? And here she comes. What a beauty. So we'll see you after the ride, and we'll go to the gift shop.
The gift shop.
Have a look at any new merchandise for this year, and summarise our day at Thorpe Park. But you know, I'm impressed with it today. It's been a good atmosphere. We've got loads of rides in. Considering the park's only open 10 till 4, we've done well. We've got re-rides, and yeah, it's been an overall good start to the season here at Thorpe Park.
You appreciate that it is very difficult for the people of the nation to put their minds at rest when no one has given them any official information whatsoever. There's clearly panic and chaos at each site. None more so than where you are, in fact, standing in Thorpe Park.
Here we go, let's head into the Island shop and see what new merchandise we've got for this year. And Charlotte's hair's changed again. It's changed throughout the day. It was different at the start, then it changed again, now it's changed again.
This is my leaving the park.
Leaving the park hairdo.
Scruffy.
There you go. What have we got there? A few mugs. There's quite a lot of these mugs that I've not got yet, to be honest, that I really like.
Where it's a new system.
Wonder if they've got many new pin badges here. I don't collect them myself, but I know there's a lot of big fans of pin badges.
Yeah, I've got many.
Got all these down here. I'm not sure which ones are new.
I think that's a new one.
Colossus.
The Colossus one.
Not too sure.
But I think
which
all
ones
the
are new.
others are.
£3.50. I'm sure they were £4 at Alton Towers.
Yeah, the badges are £4 all the time.
Yeah, a bit cheaper here. Key rings for Darren Brown's Ghost Train. Quite nice. Let's have a look around the rest of the shop. Pretty sure I said this in the vlog from Alton Towers the other day, but I do like this style of clothing. It's kind of, it looks a bit like Superdry or Hollister style clothing. It's not like in your face branding, you know, like that says Thrill Seeker. Some quite nice stuff about it. Adrenaline Junkie. Hoodies and things as well. T-shirts are £15, hoodies £35. Love Thorpe Park. There's a pick and mix as always. Here's a look at some of the new merchandise for Darren Brown. These t-shirts and hoodies are quite nice. You know, you get a little teddy bear, and then you got the standard mug that I've already got as well. There you go, that's all you can see at the moment in terms of merchandise. Shop looks nice though, it all fits that island theme. Looks good.
Weird.
What, for a tub?
No, for a little
Whereabouts? Let's have a look.
These
Do you remember when a couple of years back at the Merlin Parks you could get a pick and mix, a big one, for a £5?
That's £5.
Oh wow.
But you can have a big bucket for £6.50.
Yeah, you may as well. I remember when the small ones I think were like
They're
£3.50
tiny.
and the large bucket was a £5.
Look at that, what are you supposed to fit in that?
I know, yeah, you get about what? A couple of those in.
Go to Poundland and get a bag of sweets.
Yeah, you may as well. Right, we'll make our way outside and wrap up our day here at Thorpe Park. First day of the season. It's been a good one. So there we go. That is all for our day here at an island like no other. The opening day of Thorpe Park for 2018. And me and Charlotte have had a lovely day today. I've really enjoyed it. Loads of re-rides. And let's firstly start off by the operations. Today, the operation across the park has been great. You had the Swarm, Stealth and Nemesis Inferno that were all running 2 trains, which was great. Minimal queues all day for all of those. And then, of course, you got Saw. That was running all right. I think that was on maybe 4 trains, but still, it was running okay. We waited about 10 minutes for that, as you saw earlier on, which wasn't too bad. In terms of other rides, Colossus, that wasn't running as good, obviously, on 1 train. But in terms of other things across the park, it's generally been running quite well. Samurai I saw testing this morning, but it has been closed all day. Rush got a bit of a queue, so I didn't get a chance to ride it. They were only running 1 arm on there. But all in all, I think things have been running quite well today. We got on Darren Brown, which was good. Did you see that? Oh, the map's gone. Oh, I was going to get a couple of maps. I had to grab some of them in. But yeah, overall, it's been a really good day at the park. It looks really fresh. The Walking Dead, the ride, looks like it's going to be a nice addition to the park. And yeah, just in general, I'm feeling quite positive for the start of the season here at Thorpe Park. The soundtrack and everything what they've put in all sounds great. I'm a Score have done a great job of that. I look forward to seeing more of that in the future. And yeah, just in general, a really good day. I'm impressed. Polite staff, good operations, nice and swift, and yeah, a really good start to the season for Thorpe Park, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Anything to add on to
It's
that?
been a really nice day. Nice to get back on some coasters.
Yeah, we got loads of coasters
Yeah.
today. Well, at the end, we did the Swarm 3 times in a row, and if you didn't realise already, the re-rider policy here is different to Alton Towers, and the fact you can re-ride the rides if there's no queue. There was no one waiting in the gates, so we did 2 on the back row and then moved to row 2 and had to go there. So yeah, it's been a really good day. Really enjoyed it at Thorpe Park, and I will be back in a few weeks' time to come and ride the new attraction, The Walking Dead, the ride, along with more visits to Thorpe this year. You'll probably see more, well, you will see more vlogs on the channel this year than you've ever seen. What are you doing? Oh, here we go.
No,
right,
no.
right, okay. She's looking at McDonald's cups. I know why.
I've got an obsession with McDonald's Monopoly, and people who don't peel the stickers off, I peel them off for you.
There you go, and you might get a free apple pie. But yeah, so there'll be more vlogs on the channel this year. She's silly, isn't she? Because I'll be here for, well, Thursday, Fridays and Saturdays, I think it is, throughout summer. They're doing 10 o'clock closes. Obviously, you've got Friday nights later in the year. So much to look forward to. But I won't go on anymore. I've really enjoyed it. Great start to the season. And yeah, I'll be back again soon. Thanks for a lovely day, Charlotte.
Bye, babe.
And we'll see you tomorrow at Chessington.
Yes, go
World Adventures.
watch.
Go watch. We've got on a few rides that didn't do the annual pass previews, and see how the construction's coming on for Tiger Rock. Goodbye from Thorpe Park, and that means it's time to cue those credits. See you soon.